Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ. In this video, I will bring to you first week of June part 3. This was a backlog that we have to cover today and part 2 and part 3 of first week. Now, please note that the second week part 1 I uploaded before I uploaded this video. So I hope you are concentrating well on the current affairs. These are very important for SSC, Bank PO, UGC NET and the upcoming exams. Please note Study IQ has a lot of paid courses also for UPSC, SSC, Bank PO, defense exam, technical, non-technical. We have more than 55 types of courses. So if you want to buy any of the course, then go to studyiq.com. You can follow me on Instagram. My ID is Tireless Soul. So let's start the video. What is India's rank among 175 countries on Save the Children's End of Childhood Index? So basically, which country is able to save the childhood of their children? India is ranked a very poor 113. And this index, well, the number one country is Singapore and Slovenia. That is, in these countries, children, they have a very good, sound, fulfilling childhood. India, it is 113. And the last country, that is 175, is Niger. Who has been appointed as the 4th Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India? He has been appointed for 3 years. His name is Mahesh Kumar Jain. Now, let me tell you that right now he is the CEO of IDBI Bank. That you need to know. One more thing you need to know is who he will be replacing. He will be replacing SS Mundra. SS Mundra, he has resigned and he will be replaced by Mahesh Kumar Jain. And who are the other 3? Because there are 4 deputy governors in Reserve Bank of India. So the other 3 are BP Kanungo, Viral Acharya, and N.S. Vishwanathan. Remember their names. Telangana State Forest Development Corporation, which is called TSFDC, it has announced to set up 2 ecotourism projects in which districts of the state? These ecotourism projects will be set up in Mancherial and Nalagonda. So the answer is 3 and 4. 3 and 4. There is a tiger reserve also in Mancherial and the name is Cauvery Tiger Reserve. Cauvery Tiger Reserve. There is also Amrabad Tiger Reserve in Telangana, which was earlier a part of the Nagarjul Sri Salam Tiger Reserve before the bifurcation. Who has been sworn in for a second term as the President of Egypt? His name is Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Egypt's capital is Cairo. There is a river also here called Nile. There are pyramids also. And there is a very famous player called Mohamed Salah. Now Mohamed Salah, he is in World Cup, he is representing Egypt and he plays for Liverpool Football Club. Marcos Paqueta has been appointed as the head coach of which Indian Super League club? This is FC Pune City, Football Club Pune City, and he is from Brazil. There was a seminar recently that was conducted on water and sanitation. It was held where? It was held in recently Pune. Pune is also the, one of the most vulnerable Indian cities. Remember that. And Maharashtra is the most vulnerable state with respect to the disasters. This was a recent report. So the most vulnerable state is Maharashtra and the most vulnerable city in India is Pune. And the second is North 24 Pargana in West Bengal. Which company has signed a collaboration agreement with JDA Software Inc. to extend the value of JDA Commerce, soft techniques and pricing and revenue management solutions? This company is HCL Technology. Which of the following is India's first deluxe train which completed 88 years of service recently? Which train I'm talking about? It was launched in 1930 to connect Mumbai to Pune. So this train is called Deccan Queen. And it was named after the city of Pune because city of Pune was once called as the Queen of Deccan. And that's all you need to know about this train. And India's first ever train ran between Mumbai and Thane. India recently received the first shipment of LNG, liquefied natural gas, from which Russian company? There are 2 important Russian companies which deal in oil and gas. One is called Rosneft and the second is called Gazprom. So the company here I'm talking about is Gazprom. And India's oil and gas minister is Dharmendra Pradhan. He is also the minister for skill development. How many teams have been inducted into the ICC one-day team rankings? Some new teams will now be ranked. These are Nepal, then Scotland, Netherlands and UAE. So the answer is 4 teams. Which Indian player has been named as the girls' most valuable players at the 10th Basketball Without Borders Asia Camp that was held in NBA Academy India in Greater Noida? Sanjana Ramesh. Sanjana Ramesh. Which bank organized a cleanliness drive at the Kalindi Kunj Ghat of the Yamuna River in association with the National Mission for Clean Ganga? This bank is Yes Bank, headed by Rana Kapoor. Which union minister flagged off Humsafar Jodhpur Bandra Express at Bhagat Ki Kothi railway station, which is in Jodhpur, Rajasthan? He is the railway minister. His name is Piyush Goyal. Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Maneka Gandhi, she recently led the foundation stone of an advanced DNA forensic laboratory. It is called Sakhi Suraksha'lab. At which location? This has been built at a cost of almost 100 crore rupees under the Nirbhaya Fund, and this is built at the Central Forensic Science Laboratory campus in Chandigarh. Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana and Punjab, and it is the third cleanest city of India as per Cleanliness Survey after Indore and Bhopal. Central government has constituted a Cauvery Water Management Authority, CMA. It will comprise how many members besides a chairman and a secretary? So it will have 8 members. 8 members. Income Tax Department, headed by Sushil Chandar, I'm talking about Central Board of Direct Taxes, it has issued Benami Transaction Informants Reward Scheme. Under this scheme, a person can get reward up to how much for providing information about the Benami transaction? He can get up to 1 crore rupees. 1 crore if he provides information that is useful to Income Tax Department. Government has set up an executive committee to spread Mahatma Gandhi's legacy among the people, under the chairmanship of whom? This executive committee will be headed by Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi himself, and this is to celebrate the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, which will fall on 2nd of October 2019. India successfully test-fired its indigenously developed nuclear-capable long-range ballistic missile Agni-5. What is the strike range of Agni-5? Agni-5 strike range is 5,000 kilometers. And remember, it is a surface-to-surface missile. Surface-to-surface missile, it was tested at Dr. Abdul Kalam Island, the old name of which was Wheeler Island. It is in Odisha. Which country has successfully launched a new Earth observation satellite called Jiaofan 6 and also a scientific experiment satellite called Luojia 1? They launched it from their rocket called Long March, and they launched it from Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center. So I'm talking about China. Who has been appointed as the CEO of Palo Alto Networks? Palo Alto Network new CEO is Nikesh Arora. He is the former CEO of SoftBank Group, and he has now become the CEO of Palo Alto. His yearly salary will be $128 million, making him one of the highest paid persons in the world. Which of the following initiatives has been launched by the Agriculture Ministry, under which farmers will be given assistance on ways to improve farming technique? So this will be called Krishi Kalyan Abhiyan. Krishi Kalyan Abhiyan. Who has been appointed as the 47th Director General of the Geological Survey of India, GSI? He will take over from Mr. Kutumba Rao. His name is Dinesh Gupta. As per a report by Morgan Stanley, India is expected to become a leader in shared mobility by which year? India will become a leader in shared mobility by the year 2030. Who inaugurated the 3rd National Health Editors Conference on Yoga at Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga in New Delhi? What is his name? His name is Shripad Yesso Nayak, and he is the Minister for Ayush. 49th Conference of Governors and Lieutenant Governors was held recently where? It was held at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. Which satellite that is on its way to Mars? It has become the first CubeSat to complete a trajectory correction maneuver. This satellite is called MARCO, M-A-R-C-O. And NASA's twin satellites, one is called Mars Cube 1 and the second is called, this satellite is also called MARCO. These are 2 satellites, actually twin satellites, and they were launched together. This mission is called InSight mission of NASA. How much amount of loan has International Monetary Fund released for Sri Lanka? IMF is giving a loan of $252 million to Sri Lanka because it is in a financial turmoil, and this is to bail Sri Lanka out of it. The Press Council of India was constituted recently for a 3-year term. As per the Press Council Act, the council shall consist of how many members other than the chairman? Apart from the chairman, there will be 28 members. And right now, C.K. Prasad is the chairman of Press Council of India. C.K. Prasad. Which state is hosting the third Asia Cup International Bridge Championship? Bridge Championship. It is being hosted by Goa. Goa CM is Manohar Parrikar. Who has been named as the winner of South Africa's Cricketer of the Year? South Africa's Cricketer of the Year. He's also a Test match bowler. He's basically a bowler. His name is Kagiso Rabada. Which state's chief minister has launched the third year of Chandranna Bima Yojana? Chandranna Bima Yojana has been launched by Andhra Pradesh, and this scheme is basically that the beneficiaries have to pay 15 rupees per annum only, and the laborers in the unorganized sector whose monthly income is less than 15,000, they are eligible for this scheme, and they have to pay only 15 rupees per year. How much amount has Reserve Bank of India announced to have supplied to Telangana banks for Raitu Bandhu investment support scheme for farmer? Now, Raitu Bandhu scheme, the amount is 5,400 crore rupees. And remember, there is a scheme called Raita Belaku. Now, don't confuse Raitu Bandhu with Raita Belaku. Raita Belaku is a scheme in Karnataka. Who has been sworn in as the new Prime Minister of Italy? Now, you know that Italian Prime Minister earlier was Paolo Gentiloni, and the new one is Giuseppe Conte. Giuseppe Conte. Which mobile app has been launched by Satyen Kothari? He is the co-founder of Citrus Pay. This app will enable people to transfer between bank account and mutual fund. This app they have called Cube Wealth. As per the Status of Environment report, which was released by the Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Dr. Harshvardhan, India's forest cover in 2015 stood at what percent? Ideal forest cover should be 33.33%, one-third of any country. India's cover is 21.34%. Who presented awards to International Olympiad winners of the Olympiad exam conducted by Science Olympiad Foundation? These awards were presented by P.P. Chaudhary, and P.P. Chaudhary is a Minister of State of Law and Corporate Affairs. When was International Day for the fight against illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing? It was observed. This day was observed on June the 5th. Can you write down in comments when do we celebrate World Tuna Day? World Tuna Day is celebrated on which day? Write down in comments. India recently conducted a missile test with Solid Fuel Ducted Ramjet. This is called SFDR. This engine is being developed with assistance from which country? So this is developed with help from Russia. Also, there is a missile called BrahMos, which has been made with the Russian help. The BRAH stands for Brahmaputra and MOS stands for Moskva, which is a river in Moscow. So this is a sign of the India-Russia friendship. Olivier Mahafaly, he currently resigned as the president of which country? He was the president of Madagascar and now he has resigned. The capital of Madagascar is Antananarivo. United States has renamed its Pacific Command to what? Now they have renamed it to Indo-Pacific Command. This is very important. This shows that Indian Ocean will be the center of the activity for the next at least 50 years. Indian Ocean. That is why they have named Pacific Command to Indo-Pacific Command. Which state received the National Gopal Ratna Award for the best performance in dairy development sector under National Gokul Mission, in which we basically want to encourage the indigenous varieties of cattle and boost the milk production also. So this state is Punjab. Pradhan Mantri Modi, he recently launched 3 Indian mobile payment apps, Bhim, RuPay and SBI in which country? All the 3 apps were launched in Singapore when Pradhan Mantri was on a visit to Singapore. Now, Lee Hsien Loong is the Prime Minister of Singapore. Which state's cabinet has approved a monthly allowance of 1,000 rupees for each unemployed graduate youth? The upper limit is 35 and no other state is paying to unemployed youth in this capacity. So Uttar Pradesh tried, but they discontinued it in 6 months only. This is Andhra Pradesh. So if you are unemployed, if you are below the age of 35 and you will get 1,000 rupees each month from the government. Which union minister has launched an online analytical tool to monitor the flow and utilization of foreign contributions received by the organizations registered under the Foreign Contributions Regulation Act of 2010. There are approximately 25,000 active organizations registered under the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So this was done by Rajnath Singh. Arya Jutanugarn has won US Women's Open held at Shoal Creek. She is a golf player from which country? She is a golf player from Thailand. It's a huge achievement for winning because it's a Grand Slam, US Women's Open. I'm talking about golf, not the US Open of tennis. This is one of the biggest titles in the world in golf. Which state government has launched Neonatal Ambulance Service Project for inter-hospital transfer, which is a dedicated ambulance service for shifting critically ill infants to better equipped hospital. This they have called Neonatal Ambulance Service Project. So this has been done recently by the government of Gujarat. Which beach has become the first in Asia to get the blue flag certification, which is basically given if the beach is very clean and it meets all the necessary standards which are established by the Copenhagen based foundation, which is called Foundation for Environmental Education, FEE. This is the Chandrabhaga beach in Odisha. Two more beaches are famous in Odisha. One is the Rushikulya beach and another one is the Gahirmat beach. Rushikulya and Gahirmat is famous for olive ridley turtles. June the 6th was celebrated as the day of which language? It was for Russian. Now remember, March 20 is for French, April 20 for Chinese, April 23 is for English and Spanish, and 18th of December is for Arabic. Now one more thing. There was a Russian poet called A.S. Pushkin. A.S. Pushkin, he was a great Russian poet. It is his birthday that we celebrate as the Russian Day on June the 6th. Which state government has launched a health insurance scheme for working journalists? It is called Gopa Bandhu Sambadika Swasthya Bima Yojana. So this has been done by the government of Odisha, and health insurance cards will be distributed to all the journalists. Who has taken over as the chairman and managing director of ITI Limited? His name is K. Alagasan. 427 volunteers, they have been trained by the National Mission for Clean Ganga to clean Ganga river. These volunteers are called what? These volunteers are called Ganga Praharis. Ganga Praharis. How much amount was provided in 2017-18 by the Ministry of Commerce under the Trade Infrastructure for Export scheme, which is called TIES? And there were 15 projects that were approved. Total scheme outlay is 600 crore, but the Commerce Ministry has approved now 80 crore rupees. Commerce Minister Suresh Prabhu, he attended an informal gathering of the trade ministers from WTO member countries at which place? All of them recently met at Paris. World Trade Organization Director General is Roberto Azevedo, and he was also invitee at this informal gathering. Which operation was launched by the Indian Navy to rescue 38 Indians stranded on Cyclone Mekkanu hit Socotra Island in Yemen? This is called Operation Nistar. And INS Sunaina is the name of the ship which India sent to get back the stranded Indians. As per a report, government is mulling over a merger of how many public sector banks? These public sector banks are Bank of Baroda, Central Bank, IDBI Bank and Oriental Bank. These four will be merged, so the answer is 4. Who has been sworn in as the new Prime Minister of Spain? He will take over from Mariano Rajoy because he could not prevent no confidence motion. So now the new Prime Minister of Spain is Pedro Sanchez. Which country has become the leader in coconut production? Coconut production number 1 is India. For which album has Kendrick Lamar become the first rapper ever to receive a Pulitzer Prize in music? The album is called Damn. Which state's police won the Special Jury Award for its initiative Smart Protection Unit at the 3rd FICCI Smart Policing Award? This is the police of Assam. Which Indian girl has been appointed the ambassador for Girls and Science Initiative in France? What is her name? She is from Assam, and the Assamese girl is working on satellite navigation for French company called Safran. So her name is Priyanka Das. Scientists from which university have discovered mountain ranges and 3 deep subglacial valley hidden beneath the Antarctica ice? This research has been done by the scientists from the Northumbria University. India has signed a mutual recognition agreement in nursing with which country? This country is Singapore. These mutual recognition agreements are, it means that the nurses course, they will be recognized by both the countries. If somebody has done a nursing course in Singapore, can be now employed in India also. Reserve Bank of India, in their second bi-monthly monetary policy review, they have raised the repo rate by how much? They have raised the repo rate by 25 basis points. This is to control inflation. Now the repo rate is 6.25%. Very important. Reverse repo is 6%. Marginal standing facility and bank rate is 6.5%. How many countries are participating in the world's largest international maritime exercise called RIMPAC? Also remember, America, they disinvited China, so China did not participate. Total countries which participated in it are 26. Which company has adopted Char Minar in Hyderabad under the Swachh Iconic Places project? It has been done by National Thermal Power Corporation. It is a Maharatan company, one of the biggest in India, and Gurdeep Singh is the chairman of this company. Which state government has launched a zero-based natural farming scale-out scheme? Zero-based natural farming scale-out scheme has been launched by the government of Andhra Pradesh. Scientists from which space agency, they have discovered an isolated neutron star for the first time outside of the Milky Way galaxy. Also remember, we are located in the Milky Way galaxy, and the galaxy that is closest to us is called Andromeda, located 200,000 light years away from Earth. This has been done by the scientists from NASA. Timothy Pereira passed away. He was associated with which sport? He was associated with football. The construction of how many houses was approved under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban at the 34th meeting of the Central Sectioning and Monitoring Committee? 1.5 lakh houses will be built under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, and the deadline for this Yojana, this scheme, is 2022. Who has assumed the charge as the secretary in the Ministry of Information Broadcasting? We also have a new Information Broadcasting Minister, Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, and Smriti Irani was removed. Now Smriti Irani is only Textile Minister. His name is Amit Khare. Amit Khare. Who has been appointed by the government of Bihar as the Policy and Program Implementation Advisor to Chief Minister Nitish Kumar? His name is Anjani Kumar Singh. Nitish Kumar's party is JDU, Janata Dal United. Dash anniversary of Tiananmen massacre was recently observed on June the 4th. It was the 29th anniversary. On this day in 1989, the Chinese troops, they attacked the pro-democracy protesters and they killed them all. Which city hosted the State Environment Ministers Conference? It was done in New Delhi. It was attended by Pradhan Mantri Modi also. Who has been honored with Hero to Animals Award by People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals? He is Zubin Garg, and he basically raised his voice against animal sacrifice at Guwahati's Kamakhya temple. Income Tax Department has launched Income Tax Informants Reward Scheme 2018. Under the scheme, the tax informants, on giving the information about undisclosed black money, they can earn up to how much? They can earn up to 5 crore rupees. If they provide information about black money, and if they provide information about Benami transaction, they can earn up to 1 crore rupees. Taj Declaration to beat plastic pollution was adopted recently. It aims to make dash area around the Taj Mahal plastic free. The 500-meter area on the radius of Taj Mahal will be made plastic free. Who has been appointed as the new secretary and CEO of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation and director of the Rajiv Gandhi Institute for Contemporary Studies? What is his name? He is also the founder of a NGO called Pradhan. His name is Vijay Mahajan. Bureau of Pharma Public Sector Undertakings of India, BPPI, that is all the pharma government sector companies, they have released India's first fully biodegradable low-cost sanitary napkin called what? It will cost only 2.5 rupees. It will be available in a pack of 4 for 10 rupees. In the presence of oxygen, it will become biodegradable. It is called Suvidha. The full name is Jan Aushadhi Suvidha. How many MOUs were signed between India and Indonesia during the visit of Pradhan Mantri Modi? Indonesia, we want to increase our trade because Indonesia is a big economy. There were 15 MOUs that were signed. 15 MOUs. And Modi is seen here flying kites with Indonesian President Joko Widodo. Joko Widodo. Which union minister flagged off Santragachi Chennai Central Antyodaya Express at Howrah Station in West Bengal? It was done by Rajen Gohen. And who is he? He is the Minister of State in the Ministry of Railways. Which city hosted the second edition of Oxford University Press South Asia Conclave? This is New Delhi. Which state celebrated its statehood day on June the 2nd? It was done by Telangana. They became the 29th state of India after being carved out from Andhra Pradesh in 2014. Who has taken over as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Mangaluru Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited? His name is M. Venkatesh. Remember that Mangaluru Refinery is a subsidiary of ONGC. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with which institute to set up a resource efficiency cell. It will be set up by the Energy and Resource Institute called TERI. Leela Menon passed away. She was a what? So she was a journalist, and there is a Malayalam newspaper called Janmabhoomi. She was the chief editor of Janmabhoomi. So the answer is journalist. Which union ministry has ordered assistance of 325 crore rupees from 2018-19 to 19-20 under the Seva Bhoj Yojana? Seva Bhoj Yojana. This is the Ministry of Culture headed by Dr. Mahesh Sharma. Who has been announced as the new chair of the BAFTA, British Academy of Film and Television Arts? She will succeed Jane Lush. Her name is Pippa Harris. What is the main theme of the Financial Literacy Week that was launched by the Reserve Bank of India from June the 4th to June the 8th, 2018? This time the theme was customer protection. Which state has accorded approval for setting up of 15 more one-stop center for women affected by violence? This will be done in 7 districts in Haryana. Which ministry has launched the Ensemble Prediction System, which is called EPS, for generating more accurate forecast of the extreme weather events so that the national disasters can be mitigated and timely warning can be given? This is done by the Ministry of Earth Sciences headed by Dr. Harshvardhan. Which city hosted the BRICS Foreign Ministers meeting that was attended by External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj? All the 5, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa foreign ministers, they recently met at Pretoria in Africa. What was the 2018 theme of the World Environment Day that was observed on June the 5th? One of the most important questions. It was beat plastic pollution. As per the study, Electricals and Electronics Manufacturing in India by ASSOCHAM NEC, which state or union territory in India contributes the largest electronic waste of 19.8%? So, and also remember, India is among the top 5 electronic waste generating countries in the world. Number 1 is China, number 2 America, number 3 Japan, number 4 is Germany, and number 5 is India. And in India, the maximum waste is generated, electronic waste is generated by Maharashtra. So this was the video. I hope you liked the video, enjoyed the video. Please share the video with your friends also. And before I wind off, I must remind you about our pen drive courses. These are some of the best courses prepared by some of the very big names, and all the syllabus is covered in the form of videos. And these are the pen drive courses. If you want to buy any of the course, then go to studyiq.com. Thank you so much.